Hello and welcome to Not Atop the Fourth Wall, where bad comics don't burn. Yeah, this is the best of Linkara. I'm gonna make this quick because you guys don't seem to like this part very much. I really like Linkara because he can sound like an intelligent person while still being funny, and I don't own any of his stuff. Go.
Inflicted on her that she's meeting Stalin. Oh, and by the way, despite the fact that she's punching Pterodon in different poses and positions, Cinnamon's face never changes expression whatsoever. Heck, her lips don't even move. I guess the creators thought it'd be better to have an entire comic where she spoke telepathically.
Okay, yeah, I was wrong and this exists. Sort of. After all, it's still not the regular news, and back when people were talking about this, I actually went to their website and watched one of their videos to verify the claim about it. Yes, my research forced me to watch a woman taking off her clothes. Truly, I have the worst job in the universe. Kidding aside, what's the point? It's not like they're performing a striptease or doing pornographic acts. They're just taking off their clothes while reading the news. In an environment where hardcore porn is readily available on the internet, what's the appeal? In the weather today, a cold front hit the upper areas of Minnesota, but then again, who should be surprised by that? It's Minnesota. We only have 2 seasons up here, winter and road construction. In the world of sports...
And so, I will give you the burning that you so rightly deserve. At least I would, if this thing weren't made of some kind of indestructible material. I have returned and placed a newspaper inside the comic. It will burn now. Hopefully.
Suck it, smooth criminal! Might as well be Jade. She likes it rough anyway. Why do we even have fanfiction writers when the characters are doing this stuff already? Say! It's Miller time! Welcome once again to Miller Time.
Meanwhile, aboard Air Force One, the president wants to land the plane, but his aide tells him that right now up in the air is the only place where he's safe, alive, and in control. And he can't be in control from a bunker because... And I've got some tough decisions to make, don't I? Well, here's the first. I'm implementing the Linkara Act. What? A relic of the Cold War. Allows arrest of suspicious individuals. Provides for deportation, imprisonment, camps. It was created back in 1950 to fight the communist menace that was supposedly poised at our doorstep. I'd say things are considerably more dire now. It'll be controversial to say the least. I don't care! The country is ripping itself to pieces! The people need to know that they're safe, secure. They need to know that someone strong and capable is looking out for them. Implement the order, now! There's no other way to save the country! Stop it! Stop right there! I need a minute. I'm just gonna put my face in a pillow and try not to smother myself, tempted as I may be. And yet somehow this is still more entertaining than the comic itself.
Yeah, we're just seeing this asshole sitting in a green chair and making snarky comments. Why would anyone find this entertaining? Just watching an overweight jerk in a hat sitting in a green sofa and making rude comments about other people's work, and I think I'll shut up now. Also, I think he put his mohawk on sideways. We open to a prologue, because heaven forbid it just be part of the comic. No, it has to be a prologue. It makes it more like literature or something. Manhattan after midnight. Comic creators do realize that there are places outside of New York, right? Ishvalikar, I summon your power! So in other words, I have the power! Duty is to find the cause of the second apocalypse. Our only clue is this. DC relaunch coming September 2011.
music store refuses to carry his new album because of his criminal status.
Damn you, free market!
To the comic. I mean, why settle for surfing the net when you could be building it? I'm a college-educated comedian who puts out weekly videos on the internet, and even I have no idea what the funkin' wagnall you're talking about! Oh, and as if that wasn't enough of a descent into insanity, the veterinarian, with a squirrel on her shoulder, since as a doctor she'll need that squirrel to stay sanitary, and the pilot suddenly hold up giant cue cards. Everybody knows how important college is! Just look at these inspirational people! And to quote Green Arrow from the awesome comic Kingdom Come, now for the Democratic response. Here's a quick list of people who either dropped out of college or never attended at all. Quentin Tarantino, Steve Jobs, Frank Lloyd Wright, Dan Aykroyd, David Bowie, Patrick Stewart, Rosa Parks, Stan Lee. It's a funny old world, isn't it?
And Beyond? Oh no, Batman Beyond is cool! Don't drag Batman Beyond into this garbage! Wait, I take that back. Whatever's happening with Batman Beyond is 100 times more interesting than this. I want to see that instead!
Shape-shifting. This is a biologically natural part of his species. It's not an actual power. If he has lost his shape-shifting, why didn't he revert to his Martian appearance? Is it like an Animorphs thing? He got stuck in that shape too long?
Okay, so yeah, those last two weren't all that funny. It's just really cool seeing someone else acknowledge the existence of Batman Beyond and Animorphs. While we're taking a break, I might as well point out that I've retitled the best of videos. Basically, I realized that the censoring I meant wasn't the censoring you guys thought I meant, and I was probably getting a lot of people pissed off because they thought they were going to a, Spill.com video that was unbleeped. What I meant by censoring was I left the dirty jokes out, or I didn't. So, an uncensored video would contain dirty jokes, and then a censored video would just be the clean stuff. So now I'm using the term discretion. I hope that clears things up. Sorry for anyone who got mad.
No. Admittedly, the comic says that the magic lightning plot convenience nonsense has contributed to it, but no. This is an occasion where it's actually appropriate for me to really do this.
Don't you know anything about science?
When people say the end of the world in reference to nuclear Armageddon, what they really mean is the end of all human life, the end of civilization, or the destruction of the ecosystem. The thing is, despite what Captain Planet might say, the ecosystem is not the planet. The planet itself is a mite tougher than that. Earth's crust is about 20 to 30 miles thick, and that's not even getting into the mantles or the core of the planet itself. To put it in further context, the farthest mankind has been able to drill is roughly about 7 miles or so into the planet at best. Above-ground nuclear bombs release a lot of energy, but it's not directed at the ground. Let's really put our science caps on now, because I prefer talking about something intelligent and not the stupid-as-all-hell comic. There are an estimated 60 to 70,000 nuclear weapons in the world. Even if you directed all of those weapons to a single spot on the planet at the same time and directed all the energy downwards towards the planet, it might scratch the surface. A little bit. More likely is that all that directed force might slightly move the planet out of orbit, like an inch or two. Maybe. I'm going by a specific tweet I received when I asked about the subject from one Dirty K. I do apologize if they, and by extension me, turn out to be wrong about this, but I like this because it really sounds good. Using the most powerful nuke ever made, the Tsar Bomba, as a baseline, you would need roughly 400 quindecillion Tsar Bombas in order to completely destroy the Earth. That's 4 and 50 zeros on the end of it. Others made similar calculations, like Metal Hero Damien coming up with 875 quadrillion of the United States' strongest nukes to do it. So what's the point of that lengthy little bit there? Yes, nuclear war would most certainly devastate most, if not all, life on Earth. But it cannot blow it up, and it sure as hell wouldn't suffer from delayed reaction syndrome.
Lose him and pick up Kyle Rayner. Why? Well, according to the editor who regularly gave out interviews about Countdown, they wanted to introduce a love triangle between Donna, Kyle, and Jason. And roll over their fetid carcasses for that idiotic idea! So, back to our story.